matter where you go, everybody loves Melo.
Check a flag running through the red light. 12 kept me gun and won't pull over till I'm dead right. Ride till the sunrise, can't none by no bedtime. Ain't gon' get no bitch ride with me, let their head fly. Better know.
What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Built Different Podcast. We are live at the Legacy Boardroom inside the House of Melo exhibition in Baltimore at the Enoch Pratt Central Library. I have the co-curators with us today. My friends, we go back over 20 years old. Khalilah Beavers, the White Watkins, D. Watkins, as you guys know him. Appreciate y'all time. How y'all feeling, man?
What's good, man? Thank you for having us.
We're good.
Good. Listen, I'm gonna jump straight into it, right? That's been open for 3 months. You guys did an incredible job. Anybody who hasn't seen it, you can check out the rest of the video on this YouTube channel here. But my first question is for you, Khalilah. It has a lot to do with the details. Like, we got a lot of the sneakers here, we got jerseys, we got outfits. What are some of the stories or the artifacts you felt like we absolutely need to have in the exhibit so people can get a real feel for like Melo's legacy?
Well, I think because it was like the Hall of Fame year, and this was a part of the celebration of his Hall of Fame year, we felt, because it wasn't just me, you know, this was like a collaborative effort between myself, Melo, D, the team, Bay, Asani, Tracy, everybody had a say in like how this happened. So, you know, we felt like it was to try to get as many pieces, like there were way more pieces that we wanted to get in, but we had to condense it just because of the space, the amount of space that we had. But I think it was just important to showcase some of the highlights in his life, especially from Hall of Fame, which you see the Hall of Fame jacket, the NBA 75, and the Olympics. And then from the jerseys, I think it was really important when you go to the hallway with the early years of his life that you got to see his Towson Catholic jersey. I cannot remember the name of one of the jerseys. It was blue. I think it said Baltimore Blue. I think it was a Baltimore Blue AAU team that the jersey is there. And then when you come into the locker room, you see...
That was my BCCCCCC jersey.
And then you see... always D. And then you see, you know, in the locker room, you see his career, his NBA career, Denver, New York. You see All-Star. You see jerseys from All-Star, Olympics, and then at the Lakers. So I think it was just like we tried to really like hone in and highlight some of the things that people really wanted to see that people love about him. And I think the other part is just like, I need to say, like, everybody loves Melo. No matter where you go, everybody loves Melo. But I also think it's because when, you know, like, not only have I worked with him for over 18 years, but traveling with him and seeing how he makes everybody feel seen. Like, he tells nobody no when they ask for a picture or they ask for an autograph. He tries to, you know, make everybody feel important and seen. So I think that that's the other part of it. It's like making sure that the people who wanted to come out and see this felt relatable to them and that they could learn something, but also it's like, yeah, I remember that. That was the point.
Appreciate that. Dwight, you wrote his book. Y'all told all types of stories. Do you have any story that pops up in the exhibit that stand out for you?
I think the book was used as a tool on different parts of the exhibit, kind of like bringing different stories, especially in his childhood section, to life. He talks a lot about his late sister, Michelle, and we got a chance to have like a big, beautiful picture of her in the exhibit. A lot about his mom, a lot about his cousin Luck, who passed away as well. We got a chance to represent him, and I think, we tried our best to stick to some of those stories. I think what a lot of people don't know is that Carmelo he's a natural storyteller. I think I couldn't imagine working with another public figure or athlete and doing something like this because he made it too easy because he's full of stories, walking around with stories.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it on all the display. He tells stories on the podcast.
It's a talent too.
Yeah,
I was on an airplane next to Popeye Jones, and you didn't really have a lot of stories.
Please.
I could have been Team Popeye Jones, but I'm happy to be, doing this exhibit with Team Melo.
Right. So
And to speak to the story, sorry, that if you, like even the small details, some of the exhibit on the court, on the basketball court that's in the front as soon as you walk in, on the floor, the outline of the court is all quotes from him and about, you know, what his life was like, how he got to this space, how he became who he became, and all the people who helped him to get here. So.
Yeah, it's even outside on the they got quotes outside, so you kind of start to get the feel for it as you walk in.
Yes.
And there's one full circle moment too that I think gets overlooked a lot. He used to come to the Pratt when he was young, so it's like he was happy to, you know, it was times where Khalilah and I were having conversations about taking this away from the library and doing it somewhere else, and he was really adamant about his staying here. And it's smart, you know, it was a great decision on behalf of him because the library is free. And it has hours, and people can come in.
That was about to be a part of my question. Like it was a big deal for it to be here, for it to not to be admission. So like, how was that a part of the process? Because like curating and things like that, people don't know the business behind it. So how did that work? How did you guys make that happen? That it was able to be free all the time, or is that just?
I mean, the library is free, so it is a default, but. It was more, I mean, I would definitely have to speak more to D on that one. He is, last year, or 2024, at the end of 2024, when he brought it to me, he was doing a residency here. Okay. So that is pretty much how it came about. You know, I think that when you think about the library and books, it's sort of like a place where it's not as utilized anymore because everybody's on their phone. Yes. So I think part of it was bringing people back into the library, making sure that people have a reason to come back into the library and then remember like, oh, I'm going to the library more often. Like there's cool things that happen at the library. I want to be here. I want to show up. I want to do things and participate in what the library brings to community.
Yeah, it was just two young men in here over in the other exhibit right there in the locker room, and they was just talking about like they got to see all this stuff, but they haven't been to the library in years. They're teenagers, and it was a big deal for us when we went, right? We was small, this looked like the biggest place in the world, right? I didn't even know they had 3 floors, you know, that type of thing. So the young men was just in here talking about that, so I think that's dope that y'all was able to bring more culture and bring more people out.
And that's what it's about because, you know, Khalilah and I, we got a lot of pushback. We got pushback from people here internally. We got pushback from a number of board members. And, you know, the process, you know, planning takes close to a year, but the execution is kind of like a weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say that all of the frustration we had from people speaking against us and trying to stop this from happening, for me, it went away when I pop into the library on a random day and I see a dude with his kids saying, I played ball with Melo and Mount Royal, or I see a family taking a selfie, or I see groups of schools. Like every time I come in here, I see like 2 or 3 schools touring the library, and I just feel like it's a place where young people need to be. And you know, we made our own local library really cool, and we made it excited for them. So, you know, there's been talk about them asking me and Khalilah to do something else. And, you know, again, Melo made it so easy. I don't, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard to, you know, do John Waters or some shit.
It's hard to top this, man. So for Built Different, I talk a lot about business. Like that's what it's all about. So you guys get to work with Melo in a different capacity, get to see business behind the scenes with him, but you're creative professionals yourself, or I'd rather call you guys professional creatives because y'all do it at a high level and y'all know how to move and make things happen. So Creativepreneur. Okay. So can you tell me?
I don't like how that sound.
I know, I've never seen you.
Can you not?
Okay.
But I never heard you talk much about being a creative, which I appreciate because the creators get like the starving artist tag sometimes. Nowadays, you know, creators make more money and all that type of jazz. But anyway, any kind of business lessons y'all picked up from working with the exhibit, working with Carmelo, and like how his rising empire? We got the podcast, we got the wine over there in the corner, like all those types of things. So anything rub off on you?
I mean, I think for me, just being in a space, being where we're from, right? And I think that's to start from there. And then being sort of thrust into this space where there's a lot. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of, you just get experiences, one that you never thought that you would have. So you also, if you're smart, you're gonna be a sponge and learn and make sure that this is the call. Okay. Make sure that you get all the things that you need and you learn the lessons, even as the businesses are growing and mistakes are made in his businesses. You learn the lessons also because you're a part of it. You're a part of the team.
The business of being a creator. This is the main thing I lean into. I can't remember where I saw it. One of these motivational speaker guys that I almost never really listened to. I never listened. I mean, not in a bad way, but it's just, I like fiction. I like historical fiction. I like to, be in different worlds and inside of different people's minds. But one of these guys, I don't know how I came in, it was a podcast or it was like a social media clip, but he said he had something called like a fuck yes mentality, where if this answer.
Oh, Derek Sivers.
Okay, yeah, so.
If it's not a hell, yeah, it's a hell. If it's not a
yeah,
hell,
if it's not a, yeah, exactly. And I was like, yo, that's so smart. You know what I'm saying? Because, I get presented with ghost jobs all of the time. Like, they ask me to write Stephen A. Smith book. They ask me to write Method Man. Like, it's like, my email looks fake. Like, with all of these people who they at. And when I look at the person in their body of work and their career, and I'm like, yo, this would be great. This person is a legend, but I also don't care, then I just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think Khalilah's business in styling and fashion, it aligns because she's passionate about clothes. Like, our sweater has like a 80,000 thread count. She's passionate about clothes. Yeah. So she found a way to make a business. I'm into words. So, I figured out ways to do things with words and things of that nature. So it's like, I think you find the stuff that you care about and you lean into it. Melo, he's passionate about wine and he knows a lot about wine. So, the perfect idea is to have a wine company. You know what I'm saying? I was getting to the big point, but no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all
hilarious.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Well, we sitting here talking about you, but we was just, these are my friends from way back in the day, and I felt like they needed some shine for putting together such a great exhibit to, to honor your legacy and show up for you in this way. And I was like, man, everybody don't get to see them. And the other day they were here, they have all types of symposiums and stuff. And they was talking about being from Dunbar, they had their friends. And I was like, let me highlight my friends. But thanks for coming by.
All right, D, man. No, you keep on. I'm just
Okay.
messing around.
Quintel, Melo.
You took Khalilah's seat, though.
Right.
No, go ahead. It's your show. It's about you.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
No.
What do you guys have working on that we can share with the Built Different audience as far as business that they can look out for, how they can support you, all that?
Boy.
I know you always got a lot going on.
As far as Melo is concerned, because I work directly with him, we just working on Stay Mellow. So that should be the rollout situation.
Okay, so we're rolling out Stay Mellow. You writing anything and anything we need to look, you on stages somewhere, what's going on?
Yeah, we're going to be working on a film, and we're going to shoot it here in Baltimore, and it's going to be going to be epic. It's going to be same way you grew up watching Above the Rim, thinking you was Kylie Watson. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
That's a direct shot at me.
750 attempts and 1 assist. We want to create that feeling back. So.
Look out for that. Give me a press pass for that joint, man. I appreciate y'all time. Congratulations on the exhibit. I see y'all in a little bit.
All right, thank you.